Hi everybody, Dr. JJ Levine coming to you live, as always, from Essanté Organics Corporate. Today I want to talk to people that are not only in Essanté Organics, but I'd also like to share with people that are in any network marketing company and really any sales business. And honestly, it doesn't even have to be just sales or network marketing, direct sales. It can really apply to anything in your life. You've heard me say before that miracles happen with inside a commitment. People need to make a commitment. When they do, that's where miracles can occur. Now, in the industry of sales or network marketing, or again, even relationships, it's all about communication. It's about the conversation. And what I've found is, it's not really that people have a problem with communicating or speaking. They say they might be scared to start a communication. They say they might be scared to pick up that phone to start the conversation and have a talk. But in reality, that's not what I'm finding they're worried about. It's, what do I say first? That's the big issue. I don't know how to start the conversation. I don't know how to think on the fly to get that kind of going. Well, I love to offer people strategies and techniques and really word tracks to just get people going. And it's not a forced thing. As you have these word tracks, the conversation is going to naturally go, and not only what's best for you, but ultimately what's best for the person. So what I'd like to talk about is that getting started phrase. What do you say first? And here's the magic phrase. It's, if I blank, would you blank? Question mark. So we're all wired psychologically that if we're giving somebody something, offering something to somebody, then that person automatically, like a reflex, feels more open to giving back. The law of give and take, okay? So if I blank, would you blank? So today being Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday, and for those of you in Essanté Organics and those that have watched my training videos before, you know how important Thursday is. Thursday is when at Essanté Organics our commission week ends. Also, if you've seen my trainings before, you've seen that I'm a big advocate of the depth charge, especially a team-sanctioned massive depth charge. So the way that you can use if I blank, would you blank, question mark, in the depth charge, you can have somebody, maybe it's you personally or somebody on your team that you've spoken to about Essanté Organics before, or whatever company you're in. And within that, you can, they've already seen the videos, they've already had the phone calls with you, and they're in the decision-making process. They haven't said no, they haven't said yes, it's still a maybe. And maybe they have great experience in network marketing. So once you've got the numbers of your depth charge, you know how many people are participating in that depth charge, but also how many people, how many new people you're about to bring in. Let's just give it an even number of 10. Let's say 10 new members are in your holding tanks or your team's holding tank, and they're going to be placed tomorrow by midnight Central Time. You could go back to that big fish, that person you've been prospecting, the person that probably was before all those 10 people that heard the deal, but they just haven't made a decision yet. So now you can say, hey, listen, I'm doing a depth charge right now with my team, and we've got 10 great people that are, ready to come on board. I can't promise you anything, but in a nutshell, these are all highly committed people. They're all coming in on Go Green packs, and they're committed to doing, let's say, a 100-point order every month. Whatever the real story is, you tell them. And here's where it comes in. If I was to offer you the ability to come in now, I know you've seen the opportunity, and my team will put those 10 people underneath you, would you join today? So you're asking for a yes or no decision right then and there. You're trying to get that person to get off the fence. And that incentive of that depth charge, and asking that very easy question, if I blank, if I place those 10 people underneath you, would you come on board tonight on one of our Go Green packs and get committed? And you can also say the whole reverse side of that, which I think is great psychology, if they're still hemming and hawing about it, if they're not yet going to make a decision, and that's okay, You let them give the answer first, yes or no. Hey, if I place those 10 people underneath you, would you come on board tonight? Don't say another word. Stop talking and just wait for a yes or no. They're either going to say yes, no, or they still might say, hey, I need more time. What I would say in that point in time is say, well, obviously I haven't answered all of your questions yet. Do you mind me asking what that is? And if they still don't know what that is, or they just need more time or more time to just do due diligence, of course you can point them in the right direction. You can get them on the phone with your mentor, upline, somebody at corporate, what have you. You can give them that time, but the reverse psychology of that is if it's still a maybe, you can then say, and you should say, that's okay. If you don't want to make a decision or you can't make a decision today, that's fine, but we have to put these 10 people in. So when you do enroll, and I know you're going to enroll, I mean, we've got the greatest comp plan, we've got the greatest organic and toxic-free products. When you do come in, just realize you're going to be below those 10 people. So anything you do is going to benefit those 10 people. If you were coming in today, obviously anything they did or do in the future would benefit you. And sometimes that reverse psychology is enough for them to make a commitment. Because at the end of the day, you just want people to make a commitment. And a commitment, again, that's where miracles happen. It's inside of a commitment. So it's all about communication, conversation, commitment, but also getting that conversation going. So the tidbit or trick for today that I would share with you is, if I blank, would you blank? You're offering something and then asking for something in return. And again, it doesn't have to be about a depth charge. It could be anything. So let's say you're speaking to a guest, a prospect, who says, gosh, everything sounds great, but I want to see how those products feel or work on me or my family. Great. If I was to send you a sample of that product, if you were to try that sample for the next couple of days, can I call you back in a couple of days? And if the product works as good as I know it's going to work, would you be ready to come on board then? See, that's how that would work then. If I was to invite you to a webinar my team was doing tonight, and that webinar was to answer all of your questions, and you can see how my team is growing and the support that we have, would you be ready to join at the end of that webinar? So you're asking for the business. It sounds uncomfortable, but it's really not if you ask it in that way. If I was to do this, would you do this? And again, you can apply this to anything, any company, any situation, even relationships. So that's my strategy, my technique for today, my tip, if you will. I know this will take your business and or your relationship to the next level. Life is about giving and receiving, action and reaction. And in the case of business and sales, asking for the sale. If you don't ask for the sale, you're not going to get it, so to speak. You know, you're only going to get what you ask for. So with that, I'd like you to reflect on that. I look forward to sharing with you again real soon. And again, for those in Essanté Organics, remember tomorrow's Thursday, so remember to take all those brand new people out of your holding tank. Bye-bye, everybody.